Welcome, dear listeners, to another special episode of Legacy of the Ancients. Pain and despair, the Hero Alliance shattered. The battle with Brother Zacharia began, and in typical Hero Alliance fashion, they were quickly gaining momentum towards victory. Reginald nearly succeeded in a magical 1-2 knockout, but the vile Zacharia had a trick up his sleeve. A spell, unstoppable and wretched, claimed the life of Conry. In the afterlife, Conry found himself reuniting with friends and family where he was given the choice. Return, with Reeves in tow, or remain and remove his nemesis from the board once and for all. A heroic sacrifice, Conry chose to remain dead and remove Reeves from the board once and for all. Hold on. What's that he sees in the distance? A source of magic feeding on the life stream and souls of the departed. None other than Shodan. Resolute, Conry drew his sword, determined to continue the fight. And that's where we rejoin the Hero Alliance, mid-battle, after losing a friend.
And we are in the middle of combat. And oh look, it's Conry's turn.
Frank.
Death saves? Oh wait.
Hold on.
Alright, this hunter over here, Conry is down. He is no more. So he's going to take a shot at you, Reginald. A couple of shots, in fact. As you are currently the greatest threat to their Lord and Savior, Zacharia.
Oof, close.
That misses.
That did no. Oh, that's still.
Does 19 hit?
Hit 19 just hits.
Five whole damage to Reginald. That is that guy's turn. Now we got some skeletons and shit.
Gosh, I can't wait for Jeff's new character to save us.
I took it's a barbarian dip on a sorcerer, cleric, bard, paladin.
No gloomstalker, noob.
Perfect. Rogue.
With great weapon master and sharpshooter, yeah.
Loop Soccer Ranger.
I also took the lucky feat.
I took the lucky feat, yeah. He's a halfling, so I get to reroll ones too.
It's the background that gives you the most stuff.
Alright, back down to this cultist down here. He will realize he's been duped. Start making his way towards Otis. That's as far as he can move. This skeleton moves up. Ooh. And Miss Vampire Spawn. She can make it to Otis. So some claws coming at you, Otis.
Yeah. Definitely hits.
She's going to forego damage on that and then go to bite you and grapple you instead. Well, that's going to miss, so she fails at her duties. This white now. Also going to move up to Otis. And two longsword attacks coming at you. 15 and...
Bring him on.
Oh, a 23.
Both definitely hit.
Both do?
Yep.
God, Matt, I need you to know I made a wizard and I have higher AC than you do.
So 4 damage for the first one. And 4 damage for the second one.
Beautiful.
Oh, and it's Brother Zachariah's turn. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that fun?
He probably needs to take a break.
He's got another He's got another killing curse.
Yeah, one more finger of death. He's like, I have 2 hands,
Yeah,
Reginald.
it's not a power word kill this time.
For power and word in the spell description.
No, not this time. But Otis, this doesn't feel good, by the way.
Do it.
So at this exact moment, Reginald, you have Brother Zacharia impaled from the back, near death. He has just killed your friend. And his head the spine cracks as it spins around 180 degrees to look at you and says, "What will you be without your friends?" And he's going to cast Disintegrate at Otis. Otis, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
You get advantage on this?
You do get advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, dude. Dirty 20.
Oh, meets it, beats it.
Let's go.
Come on.
And this is Saber Suck, so you take no damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
But just for funsies, I want to roll what you would have taken.
Yeah, let's just. Oh. Ooh.
72. Ooh.
So that would have been. Do you have resistance to force damage?
Yeah, it says so. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you would have survived that, but yeah, okay. That's your boy's turn. One cultist down here who's gonna come say hi to Otis as well and stab at thee.
Golly.
From Hell's Heart, he stabs at thee.
There. That hits.
Okay, that'll hit. For 2 whole damage. Eat that. And then another one of those. Oh, that misses. All right. Otis, that makes it your turn.
Okay. Otis is completely blinded by rage. Okay. Question. I'm guessing I can't stand up there, can I? On the catwalk?
Not exactly.
That's fair. And you can say no to these shenanigans. Is it physically possible for me to teleport next to him and grapple him and then fall?
Huh. It would be possible. It would be very difficult. Especially with Reginald right next to him. Sort of attached by the sword.
Okay. Okay. I will... Let's see. Okay, then instead of that... We'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna huck my hammer at him.
Okay. Are you going to use the thunderclap?
Yeah,
And that doesn't discriminate, correct?
it does not. But neither neither does my rage right now, so it's just, I trust that Reginald can save. I'm just gonna go for 1 right now.
Right then.
I'm gonna move just so
Toss that bucket.
that I'm within range.
You just walk up to the catwalk, you're just eye level with us.
Hello.
Okay. 29 definitely hits. And what's the save?
DC 17 con. And then it's 13 damage to him as well.
Ooh, he's gonna legendary resistance that.
So I have to make this too.
Go ahead, Reginald. You use yours too.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you use your... Okay, then I will... As soon as I throw my hammer and catch it, I'm going to throw it again. And, yeah, take my second attack. The same thing.
Okay.
Oh, might not hit. 19 to hit.
A 19 hits.
Nice.
17 damage, and then another con save.
No need. Otis, how do you want to do this?
I think I throw the first time, and it like hits him, and then I catch it again, and then I just, you see Otis like huck it as hard as, like, there's no aim, there's no nothing. He just like screams and throws this full-size warhammer straight through the head of Brother Zacharia, and it keeps flying. Otis is not trying to call it back anytime soon. He's just like insanely furious and just can't see anything. He's just full of anger. So I think it's just head clean off.
Yeah, absolutely. You huck the hammer a second time. And Brother Zacharia was not expecting this second hammer throw, apparently. There is a shocked look on his face for just a moment before the hammer makes impact. And, you know, it's like Mortal Kombat slow motion as it just hits his face, X-ray, and just the spider web fractures spread across his entire skull, shattering everything, breaking his spine, and just like a meat crayon. The hammer keeps flying, trailing his coagulated black blood with it. Brother Zacharia falls to the ground. There is a bolt of like this sickly green lightning that shoots out of him and up to the sky. All of the undead around you stop and seize for a moment as they crumple and fall to the ground.
Hell yeah.
Good. I'm going to then, since I get an extra attack because I killed someone, I'm going to turn around and swing on this guy. After I wait for it turns 6 seconds, so I wait for 5 seconds for the hammer and then finally call it back. And then I'll swing on this guy right next to me, and we'll use reckless attack for that.
That'll hit.
Love reckless.
I love reckless. 32 damage to hit.
32.
And then I will...
This, I'm going to say you don't even swing at him. The hammer is still on its way back, and you just reach over, grab this guy by the back of the neck, and hold your hand out and wait for the hammer to return.
Beautiful. That's amazing. And then I will turn around and lightning this guy, so it's a DC 14 dex save.
Okay. He does make that.
Okay, so just 1d10 of lightning damage. Him.
For 5.
And then let me just double check, since I did just kind of leave Reginald a bit stranded. I will bonus action shift and gain some temp HP. And go ahead and move between these guys a little bit. And that's it.
All right. right. This hunter's turn. Actually, he's stunned right now.
He is stunned. Yes. So sorry.
So, any melee attack that hits is a crit.
On Reginald?
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
And they're at advantage. Okay. So 21, does that hit Reginald?
Yep.
Crazy.
Whoa. Really?
17 for the first one. We're doing it again.
Oh, it's big damage.
24 to hit. For an additional only 10 damage. That is that one's turn. This cultist right here is going to attempt a couple of stabs at Otis. That'll hit. 2 whole damage after reduction. That will miss. That brings us to Reginald, who is stunned, but does it end at the end of Reginald's turn or yours?
It ends at the end of my next turn.
All right, well, Reginald, good luck next time.
Alright.
This guy is going to shoot at Otis. Hit. 3 whole damage for that one, and he'll do it again. 13 misses.
Pizza pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Jesus.
For 2 whole damage, okay.
I like to tempt people with how low my AC is. I don't have a taunt ability, it's just...
Then we're back to this other cultist on the other side of you. Yeah, that'll hit apparently. And they're just giving you the old San Quentin hello.
I feel like Julius Caesar.
It's just all your ankles.
Yeah.
That will definitely miss. And that brings us back to Otis.
Okie dokie.
I stunned Reginald again.
I turn around and look at the guy next to Reginald and said, "Do you want a hammer as well?" No. I'm not that mean. I will just recklessly swing on the guys around me.
32 hits.
30 damage on him.
Jesus. Dead.
Beautiful. I'll swing on the next one. Same thing.
25 hits. Weirdly enough.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought that one?
And that man is also a meat crayon.
Beautiful. And then I will bonus action Misty Step up here. Can I fit on this platform with this guy?
Yeah, I got it. As you just fucking King Kong leap up there, crushing like an AC unit under your feet as you land next to him.
And I'm going to go for a... Well, I'll lightning him first. That's a DC 14 Dex save.
He'll make it.
Yeah. It's just 2 lightning damage. And then I'll take my final attack on him. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Beautiful.
Jesus.
39. God damn. Dude.
He's hurting real bad.
And that is all I can do. It's the end of my turn. And Reginald is no longer stunned.
That is good news. Now it is at this point that Bolt comes flying around the corner. Sees the mess that is the battlefield. Sees Conry's limp, lifeless body staring up into the sky. It is now his turn. Jeff, I've gone ahead and given you control of Bolt
Oh yeah,
so that you may participate in some way
amazing.
from beyond the grave.
I'm gonna have him fly up here next to Reginald, because Reginald's looking a little hurt. Let's see, what has Bolt got for stuff? He is a sorcerer, right? Sorcerer, yeah, he is. I'm gonna use a meta magic. Actually, no, I don't need to. This is a bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action target Reginald. You'll see him reach out and bonus action healing word Reginald really quickly. There you go, Reginald. He goes, put a band-aid on or something, and heals you for 3 damage or three hit points. And then I will use his electric jolt to try to hit this hunter right next to Reginald, as he reaches out and calls down some lightning from Izanagi for 25 to hit.
25 hits.
20 damage. 20 lightning damage, specifically.
Jesus.
And that's it. That's his movement, action, and bonus action. That's it for Bolt.
All right, and that brings us back to this guy who's right next to Reginald. Reginald, you're going to catch under a long sword. I think a 22 hits for 5 whole damage. For a second attack,
Bolt sees you take 5 damage and goes, all my hard work has been undone.
This band-aid was wet.
It just peels off.
with his firearm in the other hand, he's going to shoot at Bolt. And miss.
As one does.
Like, he's not even off aim. The bullet just, gets within Bolt's vicinity, and an arc of lightning fucking turns it into plasma in midair before it reaches him.
Hell yeah.
As that guy's turn, Reginald, you can move again,
Yeah.
which is cool.
I'm gonna stand up using my shield and coming off with one knee. I see the hunter take a shot at Bolt, and I immediately snap out of it and go to attack this hunter.
That will miss.
Yeah, I'll attack again. God, my to hit is so bad.
That will hit. This hunter is going to attempt a dodge step. It has to beat your 18. Nope, that still hits. Go ahead and roll
Nice,
damage.
nice.
I'm gonna see him try to take a sidestep and just immediately try to cut his leg off.
Come on.
So there's the great sword damage.
Look at that damage. God damn. That was 3 5s and a 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and add a smite onto that as well.
Come on.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you see the sword just power up with green light as I just cleave through this guy's leg as hard as I can. We're doing a 4th level.
Jesus.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Come on. Oh.
Another 33 radiant damage.
Yeah, you cut both legs off with such force that he actually goes tumbling through the air. His chest hits the railing on this catwalk. You hear the sound of his ribs breaking before he goes over the edge and falls with a Wilhelm scream. And Jeff, you are legally obligated to include a Wilhelm scream.
I think that's all I can do.
Right. It's this guy's turn now, and there's not much he can do but keep swinging on Otis, as he is the last one standing. And he is nothing if not a man of pride. Or his name isn't Bill Brasky.
This is Bill?
14 hits!
Gloriously.
3 glorious damage to Otis. He's doing it again.
No.
Oh, and you know what? You attacked recklessly. These should be at advantage.
Yeah.
I'm going to crit fish for this one, just in case.
Might as well.
Okay, no. But a 20 still definitely hits. Oh, max damage for 5. How does that feel? Otis, it's your turn. as you're bleeding out from your numerous wounds.
I think with Otis's damage threshold, it like he still gets cut when he gets hit. It just like there's certain ones that just don't seem to affect him whenever he's raging. So I think he like doesn't blink. He looks like a psychopath because he is right now currently stabbed with like 50 holes, and he's just gonna furiously just like slam at this guy. Reckless horse.
Nat 20, baby. Let's go.
Fucking A. Just tell me. I mean, roll the damage for funsies, but you can just tell me how you want to do this.
Oh. I think Otis is not calculated with it. I think he probably hits him with like the handle more than the head, and he just swings straight through the guy. And doesn't stop hitting him. Like I think he destroys him and then just keeps pounding him as he's on the ground.
There's just tendrils of paste coming up with the hammer with every swing that don't even have time to disconnect before you're smashing him some more. And that is the end of combat.
I mean, I immediately rush over to Connery and like attempt a healing word.
The healing magic does not take. There is no effect. His body remains cold and pale, and his eyes unmoving.
What do we do?
We have to go. I'll carry him. Otis will shrink back down to normal size and grab Connery.
Yeah, even at your normal size, you towered over Connery. And you are able to easily pick him up. With your size, he almost looks like a child in your arms. One arm hanging limp.
I can heal us real quick and then we can make a run for it.
Is there anyone who can help him? Anyone we can go to?
I think we get to the car and just like the plan was, and then we figure it out from there. We have to go. There's going to be more of them. And Reginald will kind of hastily like wave his hands. They'll glow with green energy, and then he's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at 6th level.
Jesus, okay, 39 healing for the two of you.
Yeah. Okay. Do we see like a way out?
As we had discussed, this is a pyramid.
Yeah. How close are we to the top?
You're at the top.
We're at the very top. I think
The plan was to do a super dope slide all the way down.
Bolt flying in too would have at least made an entrance, right, for us to get back out of, and would probably suggest, yeah, we just jump and use Feather Fall if we need to, but slide down the side of the pyramid.
Yeah. I climb onto Otis. You mind if I just hang on to you here?
Oh, he's already got one passenger.
Oh, okay.
You, however, have a shield that could be used as a bobsled.
Heyo.
I take the place where I put my handle and I shove my toes into it like a.
Ew. What the frick?
Breath of the Wild style.
Are your toes out?
Toes out, bros out.
Wild to be like an armored knight with his toes out.
Yeah, takes his shoes off before he does the bobsled. Oh, I gotta get a grip.
I put on my Hawaiian shirt, but I don't button it.
Gotta take advantage of these grippers as he flexes his toes.
Never trimmed my nails before. What's the point?
So yeah, are we taking the fast way down then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. For funsies, let me get acrobatics checks from the
Especially-
both of yous. Acrobatics or athletics, actually.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah. 23 and 29. Reginald, you grab your shield, run off towards the edge, leap off in midair, get your grippers on it, and land, using your knees as shock absorbers and do the balancing act, and you are just riding your shield down like you are snowboarding down some fresh powder. You are leaving a trail of cracked and broken glass behind you. Otis, you jump, you make a bit of a bigger impact, but you basically use your own thick hide as your sled, and you're just on your back, holding Conry, shielding his body from any extra damage, and just riding it all the way down. And like a Sonic Adventure level, weaving back and forth, dodging protuberances and greebles, until you make your way to the bottom.
Yeah, I think Reginald will stomp on the bottom of his shield so it like pops up, and he like grips it with his hand, in the same motion. Um,
Bam Margera meets Captain America.
yeah,
Otis is gonna aim to land on a cultist or someone who looks racist, and just let that guy kind of cushion his impact.
Okay, Atom Smasher.
My hands are full. Stop.
We have to cut that for copyright reasons.
Cut it out. We can't reference any other. Yeah, cut it out. Cut it out.
yeah. Or like, are people still like in a panic leaving from earlier, or is it like empty now?
Oh yeah, no. They're like, people are still filtering out and getting to their cars and running away and whatnot. There's a whole panic going on down here. And your landing, as sweet as it was, did not help.
Yeah, I think Reginald will pull his shield out, and say, let's make a run for the car,
Let's go.
and Reginald will just take off.
Yeah, you go. There's really not much resistance. There's too much chaos and confusion. You are able to get to the car and make a clean getaway. You'll also see, as you're running through and driving away, a number of those rogue cultists are just collapsed on the ground. No visible wounds. You can presume that they were also undead over Zachariah's control.
But a good chunk of his army was undead. We just want to book it until we're, if anywhere we can take him.
And I think Reginald's trying to be helpful, but he's just like holding Connery in the back, and just like blank stare, just like this. It's my fault. I can't. It's my fault. Damn it.
I think Otis will probably stay silent and just try to get out of town a little bit.
Yeah, you drive. I think everyone is pretty silent during this time. You drive for probably an hour or so, until the lights of Memphis are far behind you, and you are in the darkness of the southern wilds.
I think if we're a decent ways away, then I'll pull off and kind of onto maybe a back road or something like that, and park the car where it's not visible from the main road. And then I'll turn around. Does he still have his ring?
And I look at his hand, and I gently as I can just pull the ring off.
It slides off easily.
Here you go. And I place it in Otis's hand.
I'll put it on and see if it even works for me. But if I can talk to Connor's wife.
Right now, no.
Okay. I'll leave it on just to see if starts to work at some point. Do you think there's nothing we can do? I don't know this kind of stuff.
I mean, I've heard of spells that can bring people back. We could try to find someone. I don't know how we would go finding someone like that. I assume a shielder would be our best attempt, but I guess we can't reach her either right now.
Okay, let's see if we can keep him in the best state possible until then. I think Otis will grab, if we have any extra clothes, or I'm sure we have a sleeping bag or a blanket or something in the trunk, and I'll try to wrap Conry in that as respectful as he can.
Well, let's come with me. Is there some running water I can find?
Yes, you can find a creek.
Just don't want to wrap him up like this. Would you help me with his armor? I'm gonna slowly just pretending he's asleep, just so carefully, taking off all these little, different mismatched pieces of clothing and armor that he's collected over the time, and very respectfully set to the side, and Reginald's gonna start washing Conry's body, cleaning off all the blood, and it's funny, this is probably the first bath he's had in weeks.
It's true.
I would say as you guys are cleaning him and stuff, you'll see through all of Conry's belongings and mismatch armor and stuff, he still has the notebook. He's been that from the start he's been practicing to write in and stuff like that, just what he's written down and stuff like that. And you'll see there's a few disheveled pieces of paper kind of poking out, he had ripped it out, written it, and then stuffed it back in. But other than that, yeah, he still has his notebook.
Hint.
I'll grab that. I'll grab. I guess for washing him, I'll try to grab anything that is valuable and set it aside so it's not washing with him or sitting with him in a bag afterwards.
Probably his sword, his armor,
The scarf
made of Bolt's old suit.
Yeah, you'll see the note too. One of the notes has it's very he's still got basically children's handwriting, but it says very clearly that should anything happen, nothing should, because I can't die. Should something somehow counter that magic, please give the clockwork amulet to Reginald. He has trouble hitting stuff, and sometimes he really needs a win. and he would leave his clockwork amulet so Reginald could just add a +10 to basically any hit at any time he wants. But he would leave that for Reginald.
As Reginald is cleaning Conry, Otis reads that, and he does suck at hitting sometimes. That's good.
Sorry, what?
What?
Otis, did you say something?
No, sorry, I'll come help. Yeah, he'll set the amulet aside and come help Reginald.
Now here's a question. Well, I guess Connery thought he was never going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, would he have ever shared, like, particularly probably with Otis, with all the time they traveled together, what his, like, burial wishes were? Did he want to be buried? Did he want to be,
Mm-hmm.
set on a pyre? Was that something he would have ever shared with Otis?
Yeah, I think prior to him thinking he was unable to die, he would have told Otis he wanted like a warrior's funeral. Kind of, I think the only thing he would know of it is what Otis would have shared his people do. And so he would have been like, yeah, that's the way I would want to be remembered after it's all said and done. Because those were the people, Otis was his first friend. So that was his first exposure to the outside world, and had a lot of admiration for Otis as a chieftain when they went to the tribe and learned all about it. So I think for him, that's what he would ask. But I think you guys would know him well enough to include Isildur in that. But that's what he would ask for. It was like the Viking sort of fire and pyre and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I just would have definitely remembered that. Yeah. I think once we finish cleaning him and we can like wrap him up, I'll tell Reginald about the amulet.
Somehow still manages to make fun of me.
It's very easy.
Yeah, you guys finish cleaning him off. Return, his clothes to him and wrap him up in a shawl, essentially. What's the plan now?
Currently, Otis, one, wants to respect the fact that Connor is married, but also doesn't think that he's fully gone until someone who's super magical like tells him. So, not that he's like, oh wait, let me, find the closest wizard, but he definitely is waiting until they talk to Isildur. So, I don't think Otis is like super eager to push anything because he still has a little bit of hope. So, he'll probably like set him in the back seat, like put his belongings in a bag, and kind of just prepare for whenever they can talk to her. And then once he's kind of in the car, I think that Reginald, I think we might need to rest.
No, you're right. I know I'll be able to tonight. I just keep playing it back over and over in my head, and just thinking if I should have done something differently. I put him right in front of him.
It doesn't matter. It wasn't on you to protect Connery. You put him in a good spot.
Yeah. I know Paul probably feels the same way. You should have been there. We should have made a bigger signal, or I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think we could have. I mean, you damn near killed him in one shot.
I was so close. I thought I had him. I thought I had him, Otis.
Bolt couldn't have stopped that.
I still remember his face that he made right before it happened. I'm never going to forget that. You saved us back there, though. You know that.
It was too late. I'm glad the rest of us made it out, but
I mean, there was a good chance none of us would have made it out if it weren't for you.
I appreciate that. But I couldn't protect the one person that I said I would.
Yeah. You're right. You're still hurt. I'm still hurt. I can throw up the hut and I can take watch.
As you're saying this, you'll both notice something. The little spot next to the car that you've pulled over within cover that you're kind of camping in. It'll start to illuminate. And you'll realize it's because flowers are blooming around the clearing. Flowers that glow with a bluish-white moonlight. You recognize the Fey blooms. And then you hear her voice. Where is he? Why isn't he answering? And Isildur stands before you.
I think Otis will stand up, kind of from talking with Reginald. And he'll have that, I mean, we all know the look, but he'll have that look on his face of just, I guess, extreme guilt and sorrow, but just standing before it. I think he's gone.
No. No, that's not possible. Where is he?
He's right in here.
Show me to him.
I'll open the car door, and show her him laid in the back seat.
This is most unbecoming. Get him out of there.
Yeah, he'll pull him out.
And she will kneel over him and place her hands on his chest, and you will watch as the magic courses through her veins and into him. Almost like a defibrillator. The body jerks for a moment and then lays still. No. And she tries again and again and again before slumping over and sobbing over him. He won't come back.
I think Reginald at this point will have kneel beside her with his hand on her shoulder, and I think he's just a little tired. I think he needs some rest.
But we had a very long future.
Yeah. I know. I'll never forgive myself for not saving him. I'm so sorry.
This is your fault, then.
Yes.
You were supposed to protect him. You were supposed to be his friend. You were supposed to be there for him. And she will grow in size as she just physically picks Reginald up and slams him against a tree as she just spits bile at him.
And Reginald will not resist, not fight. You're right. I failed him. I failed so many others before. Decades of fighting. I've lost so many friends. This one hurts a lot. And I'm so sorry.
If you can't protect those closest to you, why are you still here?
Wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't try.
Her shoulders slump, and she sobs again, and she just drops Reginald She shrinks back down and says, "What do I do now?"
What we are going to do is we're going to keep fighting. Just like Connery would have wanted us to. He wouldn't want his death to be in vain.
No. No, I suppose not. Large one, you knew him best. What were his final wishes?
I think he would like to be sent off in the way that my people are. If that's here, or if you would be able to help us with that. And then I'll also hand her his ring. He loved you.
She will clasp the ring tightly between both of her hands and say, "What preparations do you need to make?"
We often don't have the luxury of time, of a body. But usually just a large fire is our way of sending people up.
Then a fire we shall have.
I think anyone who... If there's anyone that you think that he would want to be here, but...
I will send word to Mother and Father. And she will leave you to prepare the pyre for him.
I think Otis will probably grab Conry's sword. And I think as best he can, he's gonna use the sword to turn his hammer into an axe, if that makes sense. He wants to use this to cut down trees.
I think you could just use the sword for that.
That's great. Perfect. He'll do that then. Yeah, he'll go around with the sword and try not to burn the trees. But yeah, just do the labor, do the grunt work of just cutting down trees and hauling them.
Yeah, creating a cabin-shaped lattice-work pyre to lay him on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it takes several hours. It's probably midnight, 1 a.m. by the time you're done.
And then I don't think we have anything flammable even in the car. Once it's built, we can lay him inside.
Plunge the sword into it.
And if everyone's there, then yeah, he'll spark the sword and plunge it in.
You lay his body on top of the pyre you've built. And as you do, the flowers will bloom again. Isildur will return, this time with Titania and Oberon, who are more somber than you guys have ever seen them. Oberon especially.
He fought to the end. He didn't have good parents of his own, but I think that he might have been fighting to make you all proud.
Yes. He was a strong warrior. He would have made a good king. Alas. If he will not return, it is his decision.
Do you mean that he's choosing to stay away?
As our daughter tells it, she cast true resurrection. If that did not bring him back, it is because his soul chose not to return. We can only speculate as to why.
Was he taken?
No. With magic that powerful, it was his choice.
I'm sure he has a reason.
He was a man of honor and valor. If he chose to stay behind, he most definitely had a reason. As we mourn his loss, we can also respect his last wish. We need not understand why.
Of course.
Well, will you do the honors?
Yeah, I'll go light the pyre.
You pick up Connery's old greatsword, his old flame tongue, start walking towards the pyre you built. And as you walk toward you don't even say the activation word. The blade springs to life and fire on its own. And then you and Reginald, you'll start to hear noises around you, the rustling of leaves, the snapping of twigs. And in the light given off by the sword, you'll see that dozens of woodland creatures have gathered around in a circle to watch this proceeding. Badgers, raccoons, possums, deer, wolves even, all peacefully gathered around. And not just them, but the slightly glowing, translucent figures of the Chwingas of this forest, the fey spirits that inhabit the woods. All come to pay their respects. Well, Otis, the pyre is unlit.
I'll go up to the pyre. I don't know why you stayed away. But you were the closest family I ever had. And he'll plunge the sword in and just stand right there.
The pyre immediately catches, goes up like dried leaves, flames engulfing it and Conry. Though not orange and red flames, flames of blues and greens and purples, as the Feywild does its part to honor him. You step away a few steps as he goes up, and the animals and Chwingas around the clearing will all sit down and lay their heads down to the ground, almost like a bow. And they will stay that way until the body is done burning and there is nothing left.
Yeah, Otis will turn and look at Reginald. We don't really say much in my culture. I think you might be able to say a bit more than I can.
Reginald will kind of step back from the pyre and turn around. All of you knew Connery in some way. I first got to know him as a great warrior, someone fierce and brave in battle. I learned of his childhood, of his struggle, the hardships he endured to become the man he was. And then I got to know him as a brother. He died doing what all heroes do. It's fighting for those who can't fight for themselves. He did that better than anyone I know. Connery.
The fire will flare up one last time. As it does, embers spout upwards from it. The fire then immediately dies down. Nothing left at this point. But the embers keep floating upwards. They float up high enough. And if you watch them, you know, with all the darkness that the world has been plunged into, with the night sky gone, it feels like the first time you've seen stars in months. Yeah, that's right. Everyone try not to cry at the same time. Remember, crying is a free action.
It's a free action, everybody.
I use my bonus action to cry. I think that Otis's culture is very like somber. And a big part of it is, as you know, as someone is like burnt on a pyre, that they go up into the live stream. And I think that Otis, personally, not that he's expecting everyone to do it, but I think that he just sits and watches, and tries to catch every glimpse of what might be, at least to him, like Conry's spirit entering into the live stream.
Yeah. And I mean, it's important to note too that like it's not that somber for your people. You know, these things are more a celebration of life because the live stream is forever. No one's really gone. They're just not here anymore. But yeah, you watch the embers go up into the sky, and you know, like I said, you feel like it's the first time you've seen stars in months. But here's the thing, they don't go away. When they reach the sky, they stay there. Almost like a new constellation.
What should we call that one, Reginald?
I think we call it. We don't call it the Chocolatier, do we?
That might be the best name we can have. Mr. Chocolatier.
We can put an asterisk by it for now. I think Reginald will take like a small vial and scoop up like some of the ash, kind of cap it, and then place it in his bag, just so it can be with us a little while longer.
You gather that up. At this point, the fire has died down. There's little left but embers on the, you know, let's say 3x6 area that the pyre was built over. The only thing that truly remains is his sword sticking out of the ground. The animals and the chwingas will all get up out of their bows of deference and one by one just sort of fade back into the shadows of the forest, returning to the normal ecosystem. Isildur, Titania, and Oberon will give each of you deep, like meaningful hugs. Like you can feel not just their sorrow, but what's the word I'm looking for? Their sympathy. They lost a son, but you lost a friend and a comrade.
Sorry that we couldn't protect him.
You did everything that you could. Our limitations should not define us. That is a sad reality.
I loved each of you so much.
We are still here. We will be watching. We must go now, though.
Thank you for coming.
Take care of yourselves. And carry him with you.
We will.
We will.
And they will step through the Feyblooms and shimmer away back to their world.
I think I just walk over to Otis and I hug him.
Yeah. I'll hug Reginald back. I'll also... I know he's kind of keeping his distance, but I'm going to grab Bolt and pull him in for a hug as well.
I think Bolt would hug back. And if Derek has a problem with it, he can speak up right now.
Oh,
He's been so quiet. Yeah, so quiet this game.
Weird.
Damn,
Okay.
that's crazy. I didn't hear nothing.
He didn't like make any rolls during combat.
But yeah. Eventually, the night darkens again. They're all gone. And it's just the three of you back in camp late at night, exhausted, low on resources, hurt, and grieving.
I think Reginald will do what he's done for so many nights. I think he'll cast Tiny Hut.
The night is uneventful. There's no need for watches, and quite frankly, you're all probably too exhausted, both physically and emotionally, for them anyway. And you rely on your tiny hut to keep you safe, which it does, as far as you can tell. As you awake in the morning, and the power of the tiny hut is starting to wane, and it's starting to fade away, you hear something.
This was Dumpstat, a D&D podcast hosted by our DM, Mike, with players Derek, Jordan, Matt, Todd, and me, Jeff. Be sure to follow us on social media, and if you like the music and sound effects used, check out the episode description for all the info you need.